This review is based strictly on my personal experience with this generator. It is not influenced by anyone else, and I apologize for my video quality. It's just a bunch of little clips that I stuck together. This is my review of the Briggs & Stratton Q6500 inverter generator. I do have to say with a bit of heavy heart that I was definitely not impressed with the performance of this inverter generator. I've always been a big supporter of Briggs & Stratton products. Briggs & Stratton has always served me well, so this is kind of very disappointing to me. This generator also came from a Canadian Tire store. Canadian Tire has always been very good to me. In the end, they were good to me. I had to jump through some hoops to get my money back on this generator, but they did come through in the end, so I still give Canadian Tire a thumbs up. You will see in this video my demonstration of the performance of this generator. I am plugged into one of these circuits here, which is rated for 20 amps. I wasn't plugged into the big one here in my demonstration. However, this is also the second inverter that I've had. The very first one that I had, I did wire my RV into the large plug, and it really didn't make a difference. It just simply did not perform or do what a 6500 watt generator inverter should do. So it was very disappointing. I was hoping that this thing would work much better. I have used much smaller generators and generator inverters that have performed far superior to this. So it was extremely disappointing. So when I picked up my first inverter generator here and took it to my campground, I didn't realize that it had a twist lock plug for the 30 amp breaker on here. So when I took it to my camper and plugged my RV into it, I was plugged into one of the 20 amp circuits, which I know isn't ideal, but should run the AC on my RV. It failed to do so. My camper is a long way from home. When I returned the next weekend, I brought a plug with me so I could wire up my RV to the 30 amp twist lock circuit on this generator, and it performed basically the same as it did when I was plugged into the 20 amp. It still was subpar. It just would not do what it was supposed to do. Again, I know in my demonstration video I'm just plugged into the 20 amp. This is the second one that I've gotten and I've tried, and as soon as I unboxed it, the only thing I had close by without taking this thing hours away to my RV was a window shaker AC unit, which obviously should run off a 20 amp circuit, especially when it runs off a 2000 watt Champion inverter generator. And again, this thing just would not do it. So in my opinion, not a very good purchase. So I have just done my second unboxing of a Briggs & Stratton Q6500 quiet power generator inverter. The first one that I got when I plugged it into my RV was, to put it bluntly, useless. It wouldn't power anything. The AC kept tripping it, and I mean that's just the AC, let alone anything else with the AC. It had a hard time running just the AC. So I took it back. This came from Canadian Tire. I took it back to Canadian Tire. They would not give me my money back. They gave me a second one because that was their policy. So this is the second one that I unboxed, which I just tried out, and it is just as useless as the first one. So
Unless you want to throw your money away, I would never consider buying one of these things. On top of that, it is extremely difficult to start. It is a pain in the butt. When any load is put on it, the thing vibrates so and jumps around. It's absolute garbage. Don't waste your money on one of these things. I have to go and deal with Canadian Tire on this thing. I need my money back.
In summary, my personal experience, I would not spend my money on this generator and would advise people to do the same. Avoid this generator.